Good evening, everybody. It is January 1st, New Year's Day. We are going to be walking around the city for about 1 hour, and right now we are in the very old and authentic United States Postal Service right here at the new Moynihan train station. Hey, I see Tyree here. I see Sally. What's going on? Kenneth, Happy New Year to everybody. Anthony is here, says, hey, Tom. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Good to see Liquid Nate, says, you the man. What's up, Liquid Nate? Good to see you. So this is my favorite post office in the city. Take a look at the ceilings here. Just unbelievable. Hey, Nicholas is here, says, how you doing? Lady Coach Explorers. Happy New Year to everybody that is joining the stream. I'll give you guys one last look of the post office before we exit. Hey, Solo 401 is here, says hello, Tom and everybody. Marilyn says hello from Murray Hill. Happy New Year to everybody. All right, let's get outside here for a minute. All right, we are right here at 31st Street and 8th Avenue. It is a very rainy day here in New York City. Santa Monica Rodriguez says it looks really nice here. Marilyn says, did you see you had 100,000 views last night for the New Year's Eve stream? I did, it was crazy. I appreciate everybody that joined yesterday. Vinny Castellano is here, sunshine after rain. I hope you all enjoyed the New Year's Eve stream yesterday. And I hope everybody's 2022 is off to a phenomenal start. Hey, Flexstream is here. What's going on, Flexstream? Hope you're well. Happy 2022, everybody. Solo 401 says, I hate it when I'm not the first person to... Oh, look at that rat right across the street. That thing is massive. So everybody, we are standing on the corner of 8th Avenue and 31st Street, overlooking Madison Square Garden. Felix says, hello, Tom. Happy New Year. Manny Explorer says, hey, everybody. Happy 2022. What's up, Manny? I'm wishing the same for you, and I hope you feel better. I believe you're not feeling well, so hopefully you get better as soon as possible. Flexstream, it's good to see you. Lady Coach Explorers, Marilyn, thank you for joining. Vinny Castellano. Alan Wilson says, good evening, everybody, and Happy New Year. Jake Gates is here. What's up, Jake Gates? Good to see you. Hope everybody's well. Sanjeev is here. Says, good evening, Tom. Bob Lewis says, Happy New Year, Tom. And we have Daniel G here from Buenos Aires, Argentina. So everybody, last year for 2021, the S&P 500 finished with a year-to-date return of 27%. Which is absolutely phenomenal. So for 2022, let's hope we can finish in the green. So for anybody who's watching the replay of this stream, or for anybody who's on the stream, if you want to put in the comments of the video where you think the S&P will finish for next year in terms of percentage gain, that would be kind of cool to revisit this video this time next year to see who was the closest. So I think the S&P is going to finish in the green by 8 percentage points. So I think we're going to see about an 8% gain in the S&P 500 for 2022. Solo 401 says 2022 is awesome. I get a $4 raise starting tomorrow. That is awesome, man. Well, congratulations, Solo 401. You deserve it. Liquid Nate says I made $90,000 on GameStop in 2021. Well, congratulations, Liquid Nate. That is awesome. Hopefully you make some more. Hopefully you double that next year. Kenneth says probably negative. So it's a very rainy, windy night, but it's not that cold here in New York. Not that bad, but it is rainy and windy. Nicholas says, can we talk about global warming, what the impacts you'll think it'll have on the economy from both a micro and macro perspective? Well, I think in terms of global warming, what you're seeing, especially on Wall Street, is a shift towards ESG investing, or environmental and social governance. So a lot of mutual funds and hedge funds on the street will actually probably start to issue ESG scores to different companies and stocks, and money will not flow to companies with a very low ESG score. Now, I know it's a very controversial topic, but we could see it already happening right now. Yeah, Atlas says it's weird for January. Liquid Nate says, I think 2022 for the S&P will be about 5% with lots of swings. I think that's actually pretty fair, Liquid Nate, because if we look at the statistics, what we'll see is that usually in years of midterm elections, and 2022 is a midterm election year, usually the first half of the year, the S&P 500 or the market overall is usually down to flat. But the second half of the year, the market really starts to ramp up. So we're supposed to be looking at the Empire State Building tonight, but it is so cloudy and so foggy and so rainy, you can't even see the top of the Empire. A little bit bizarre, a little crazy. ABSO says, hello, how you doing? David M is here. Says, good evening, Tom. What is the Bitcoin mining machine adding to global warming? Yeah, so I don't really believe that narrative. I think that, if we look at the data, over 90% of the energy that is used to mine Bitcoin is from renewables anyway. Hey, Nicholas says, Tom, are you familiar with the 60 Wall Street atrium? Absolutely. I used to work directly next to the Deutsche Bank. So 60 Wall Street is home to Deutsche Bank, which is a German investment bank. But Nicholas, good to see you. Hey, Kenneth says, Tom, if the economy crashes because of COVID outbreaks, will the S&P 500 suffer or no? Let me try to wipe some of the crap off the camera lens here. Yeah, so I mean, if we look at the estimates for next year, so essentially in layman's terms, should S&P 500 earnings grow next year, the market will probably follow, right? Because at the end of the day, equity prices follow the trajectory of the earnings of those companies, as well as profit margins. And next year is supposed to be a good year. So in the next newsletter that's going to come out tomorrow, we're going to do a complete breakdown by sector in the S&P 500 in terms of the energy sector, financials, technology. And we're going to be breaking down the profit margins, expectations for each industry. But to answer your question, I don't think COVID is going to have too much of an impact on the economy, in my view. I think a lot of that is baked into the cake, so to speak. Hey, Marjan Worldwide says, nice job on that live stream last night. Pretty sure you'd hit 10K subscribers. Marjan, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Ed Potcase says, hope you all have a very happy new year. What is up, Ed? Ed is joining us from upstate New York in Corning. Cheryl is here, says, hey, Tom. What's up, Cheryl? Good to see you. Roy S says, hi, Tom. All moderators. Good Sunday morning from my side of the world. Roy, I hope your 2022 is off to a pretty good start. Khan says, hello, Tom. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Hey, and I see Sunshine here. What's going on, Sunshine? Nicholas says, there's always a bull market, right, Tom? You just have to stay up to date, understand the economy, and move strategically. Yes, I mean, Nicholas, I was looking at a lot of the analyst expectations for earnings growth next year. And pretty much across the board in all S&P sectors, we're supposed to experience earnings growth pretty much across the board, as well as profit margin expansion. I think the only sector in the S&P that's supposed to grow slower than usual is the financial sector. And even that, I'm not even too sure. I think we're going to see some outsized earnings growth in the financials, especially if the IPO boom continues. Cheryl says, Happy New Year. Marilyn, good to see you. So it's funny, ever since I got back to New York to visit the family, every single day has pretty much been the same weather-wise. It's been cloudy, rainy. So hopefully next week we can, some of this rain will clear up, hopefully. Hey, Coffee Travel Food says, hey Tom, how was the ball drop? Was it pretty crazy in the city? Yeah, so where I was, it was pretty crazy, but in Times Square, it was limited to only 15,000 people. So the outskirts of Times Square were usually the craziest, with everybody waiting to see just a glimpse of the ball drop. Hey, the Austin Tennis says the weather is telling you to go back to Sunny Isles. I know. I definitely am missing the weather in Miami. But what about you, Austin Tennis? Hopefully your new year is off to a great start. We're standing here on the corner of 34th Street and 7th Avenue. Teresa says, when are you going back to Miami? We should be going back on the 4th, depending on how my meetings go. Hey, Lou Rodriguez says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Lou. Alex says, how was the train ride home? The train ride was unbelievably packed. Really crazy. Nicholas says, how big of a role do you think cryptocurrency will play this year? Will it continue to grow and become legitimate? Personally, I'm not a big crypto guy. So I think Bitcoin ended the year with a 67% annualized gain. I think the biggest sort of headwind for cryptocurrencies, more specifically Bitcoin, is there needs to be a real institutional on-ramp for institutional investors such as hedge funds, pension funds, even mutual funds to gain exposure to this asset. And if we think about some of the big notable investors like Michael Novogratz, former managing director at Goldman Sachs, in which case he actually spun off, went to work at a major hedge fund here in the city, and now he owns Galaxy Digital Investments, where he is building an institutional onboarding platform for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So I think that's going to be the biggest headwind. So as the years go on and there's real true institutional onboarding, institutional sales and trading in cryptocurrency and derivatives markets, I think you're going to see the market cap of Bitcoin overall grow. Hey, Irevis is here. What's up, Irevis? Happy New Year. Good to see you. Solo401 says 50 tomorrow, 30 degrees on Monday. Yeah, the weather has been all types of crazy here. Jerry is here, says, hello all, Happy New Year. The weather looks more like late October than January 1st. Yeah, it's been really nuts. It's been really, really crazy. Hey, Alberto says, hi, my friend. What's up, Alberto? Good to see you. Jerry, good to see you. Eric says, Happy New Year, kind sir. Liquid Nate says, how can you stream in the rain with a phone? So we do have an umbrella. Marty Lewis says, I have... lost your comment, Marty Lewis. Laptop screen. PBS on my TV. Good to see you, Marty Lewis. Yeah, Ed Podcast says, no snow, kind of weird. Alex says, what time did you get home last night? I believe I got home right at around maybe 2:40, 2:30. I think it could have been earlier. I'm not too sure what time I actually got home. Hey, GG NYC is here. Good to see you, GG NYC. Yeah, Iriva says yesterday we had almost 8,000 people watching the stream. It was definitely a blast. I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed ringing in the new year with all of you. So I hope you all had a great time. Hey, we have War Walker here from 305. Says rain, rain, so much rain. War Walker, how is the weather in Miami? How is the weather in Miami, War Walker? Hey, Carmen says, Tom, Happy New Year, Carmen. Rob H says, hey, Tom, great stream last night. Thank you, Rob. I hope you enjoyed it. Jake Dan says, I looked at the weather map and colors look like green, dark red, and dark yellow. FB says, good evening, Tom. Good evening, FB. War Walker. Good to see you, War Walker. NNB 045. Good to see you. Says, Happy New Year, Tom. I wish you the best and success for 2022. I wish you success as well. Hey, first time says Happy New Year. Good to see you. Sunjib says hi. What's up, Sunjib? I know War Walker says it's picture perfect blue skies in Miami, Florida. I'm so jealous of that. Nicholas says going into the Macy's store would be cool, especially for people who haven't been to the New York City location. I'm not sure we're allowed to stream in Macy's. April Benson says, hi, Tom. Great stream last night. Thank you for joining, April. Lay does here says, Happy New Year, Roy. War Walker says, you'll be back soon. Hope so. Miami is definitely beautiful this time of year, especially for people who live in the Northeast. Hey, the ABX girl is here, is our pal from the Bronx. Thank you for joining the streams in 2021, and I wish you a great and prosperous 2022. Hey, Alex says, Happy New Year from Mexico. Love your streams. Happy New Year, Alexis Garcia. Good to see you. So we are right here on 6th Avenue in Herald Square. We spent a lot of time here yesterday. Hey, Marilyn says, channel is better than TV. Thank you, Marilyn. Sunshine After Rain says, let's go into Macy's. All right, if you want to, we'll see if we can go in. Let's see if we get kicked out or not. Hey, Chris Mills says, hey, Tom, Happy New Year. Good to see you, Chris Mills. Hey, and we got Melee here. Says, hi, everybody. Hi, Tom. Elon Musk says, bro, Cardano, Bitcoin, and Ethereum this year. Elon Musk. Yeah, it should be interesting to see how cryptocurrencies perform. I believe Bitcoin finished the year with a 61% gain, and the S&P 500 finished 2021 with a 27% gain. So my prediction for next year is that the S&P 500 will finish in the green with an 8 percentage point gain. So at the conclusion of this video, if you guys want to participate, put in the comments how much percent you think the S&P will finish up or down, and then we'll revisit this video next year and see who was the closest. Hey, the Aviator says, it's been less than 24 hours since 2022. I already feel like this year is going to be great. Agreed, the Aviator. Marty Lewis says, I don't think they mind if you go into Macy's with your live stream. Let's check it out. Jeffrey's Travels says, hello from Minnesota. Tyson Hockley says, 88 to the moon. Hey, and Al J's here. Says, hi, Tom. Hi, everybody. What's up, Al J? Good to see you. Otto says, hi, Tom. Where are we going today? So I thought it would be cool to check out the Hudson Yards today, but it is kind of windy over there, so we'll see where we could go. Marco P says, hey, from Sweet Home Chicago. What's up, Marco P? So guys, it is so cloudy and so dreary in New York that you can't even see any of the mega tall skyscrapers. So we're supposed to be looking directly at the One Vanderbilt building, but it's so foggy that it's completely out of sight. And check out the Empire State Building. It's like it's not even there. You can't even see it. Pretty crazy. Vikram says, let's go into Macy's. All right, let's see if we can do it. Hey, Lee, this is a formal Happy New Year to you. Can I get a shout out for my good friend, Helen T, please? What's up, Lee? And shout out to Helen T. 304 Girl Riggs. It says, good rainy evening, everybody. Still a beautiful view. Raining in West Virginia as well. Good to see you. Yeah, Layla says, cloak New York City skyline. Lou Rodriguez says, and last night, it didn't rain. It was raining a teeny tiny bit, but I don't think you guys could really make it out on the stream. But it was raining a little bit. Hey, Joey's here, says hi, Tom. Hey, Brian says, I'm watching from Anchorage, Alaska. That's very cool. Good to see everybody from Anchorage, Alaska. Fresh Start says hi, Tom. What's up, Fresh Start? Benjamin says, what cell network are you using to broadcast this video? We are broadcasting from Verizon. Durman says, sucks it's not snowing. Yeah, I think it's only snowed one time this entire year so far. Luke Williams says, S&P up 12.7% in 2022. Maybe. I think that's a pretty good prediction. Kim Grant says, good evening, Tom. Yeah, Layla says, Times Square is looking lavender tonight. Dino says, Happy New Year, Tom. The inside of Macy's looks like every other Macy's around the country. More things to see out on the street. Yeah, so maybe we'll do a lap around Macy's once we come back, because we have to come down here anyway to go back to the train station. So we'll do a lap around there, I promise. But a couple of viewers were emailing me yesterday saying that they want to see the outskirts of Times Square, so maybe we'll do that. But I think I want to show you guys the Dakota, because Mark Davis, I was promising Mark Davis, our viewer from Toronto, Canada, that we would go to 72nd Street in Central Park West to check out the Dakota Apartments. Very famous for John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Benjamin says, okay, awesome, good to know. Must be congestion on the network. Yeah, I don't think there's much congestion on the network tonight. Hey, Cosmo Scary, see you, Cosmo. Wishing you a formal Happy New Year for 2022. Hope your day was great today. To our pal Cosmo Scary. And Jimmy Anderson is here, says Happy New Year and cheers, my dude. What's up, Jimmy? Wishing you a lot of success in 2022. So Jimmy Anderson has been joining the streams for a long time, and he is also the host of the Beer and Bets podcast. So if you guys like sports betting and things like that, you can check out our pal Jimmy Anderson. Kobo Bunny is here, says Wall Street Skate Bro. Looks like another rainy day in New York. Wonder if it'll snow. Well, I think it's about 50 degrees, like 45, 50 degrees in New York. Very dreary, rainy day. Fresh Start says, hey, Tom. Hope we don't get snow in the spring. Yeah, I think that would be horrible. So this is where we were standing yesterday watching the ball drop in Times Square. I was actually posted up right here on this trash can, right next to this disgusting puddle of water. Hey, Melvin says hello from Puerto Rico. Welcome, Melvin. Good to see you. Hey, Patty says Happy New Year 2022, bro. Good to see you, Patty. Cosmo says congrats on 100K stream. Thank you, Cosmo. Victor says hi. Coffee, travel, food, fashion. So speaking of Times Square, I just watched the Times Square. Very cool. Hey, Jimmy says lots of garbage. Happy New Year to our pal Jim Kramer joining the chat. What's up, Jim? NYC Rich is here. What's up, NYC Rich? Seven says, question, is silver about to take off? So here's what I'll say about the gold and silver markets in general. I believe that we have inverse asset bubbles throughout the economy. So what I mean by that is I believe that physical gold and physical silver are in inverse asset bubbles. And I think it could be a good argument to say that real estate and the equities markets are in asset bubbles because of money printing from the Federal Reserve and artificially low interest rates. So right now in the market, it's what's considered a risk-on environment. So when interest rates are low, that forces investors around the world to seek out risk, right? Because you're not going to buy a 10-year treasury note that's yielding you less than 3% and negative after real rates or negative after inflation. What you're going to do is you're going to go out into the marketplace and search for yield. So that's why you see a lot of these high beta tech stocks trading at such premium valuations, because interest rates are so low. So when you discount the cash flows of those companies into the future, they're worth a lot more now. So I think it's probably best to have physical gold and physical silver as a part of a well-diversified portfolio. But I wouldn't expect extreme outperformance anytime soon unless the Federal Reserve actually starts to raise rates or we have an implosion in the debt market. Hey, Out and About is here. What's up, Out and About? Out and About is our moderator from Toronto, Canada. Very good to see you, Out and About, and Happy New Year. Dino says snow has always been rare in the New York City over the Christmas area. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a white Christmas in like a couple years. Hey, Saul Willie shows his great stream. Happy New Year from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Beautiful location, Fort Lauderdale. Free Robin Hood stocks says hi, Tom. Hello. Andrew Lee says stay dry. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Photos from around New York is joining us. Good to see you. Victor says Happy New Year. And Roly Cannoli says I want to invest in solar panels and metal roofs. Very cool. Very interesting. Seventh says thanks for applying. Always very much appreciated. So directly in front of us is the Times Square area. We'll see if it's closed off. I'm not sure if it is. Durmans is watching Wall Street on the laptop with Lord of the Rings on the TV. Great combo, of course. I would agree. Thank you for watching. What's up, The Aviator? Says we didn't get any snow. Mac Jack says thanks so much. Happy 2020 or 2022 from DC. What's up, Mac Jack? Fresh Start, what's going on? Morality says these weather patterns in the Northeast for the past years are clear signs of global warming. Interesting. NNB045 says white Christmas are for Canadians only. So I remember back in, I think it was 2015, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I was walking around in shorts and a t-shirt in the city because it hit almost 72 degrees in Manhattan. I believe this was either 2015 or 2016. Hey, Janik says saludos, saludos. So we just walked all the way up Broadway from 34th Street. Now we are coming up on 40th Street. Zodin USA says hello from Colombia, New Year's 2022. Good to see you. Fresh Start says, Tom, can you zoom up on the H&M building? Yeah, so this is the H&M building right in front of us, but it's so foggy that you could barely see the top. Hey, Kimo says Happy New Year. What's up? Hey, Coy Weiss says, how are you in New York? We're doing really good. Jimmy says, I want to see you on the Earth Cam. Cosmo Scary says, on average, February has been the snowiest month for New York. So Cosmo, was that in 2015 when it was, remember when it was like 72 degrees out? I remember walking around in like shorts and a t-shirt that Christmas. That was really quite bizarre. Hey, Walter says Happy New Year. James Davidson says a very mild night at this time for New Year. Ooh, check out all the garbage under here, everybody. This is all the remnants left over from the New Year's celebration. NYC Rich says, what crypto do you think will do good in 2022? So for me, I only have exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I do not own any of the alternative cryptocurrencies. But so long as Bitcoin holds above its 200-day moving average, the uptrend will continue. But if we break below, we could enter a multi-year bear market. So we'll keep an eye on it. Sneaky Shane says inflation is not as bad as they say. COVID made 2022 economy slam the floor. So the media wants everybody to talk about inflation. They need to compare 2021 to 2019, not 2021 to 2020. Do you agree? So I think you make a good point, but the CPI, I believe we had a CPI print of about 6.8%. So everybody wants to talk about all of the different wage gains we had over the past year. So yes, salaries did increase, but not even close to keep up with inflation. And I think if you actually factor in asset prices, I think inflation's actually running a lot higher than what they project. You know, the S&P 500 is up 27%. You know, try to buy a single family home in this environment, you can't. So that's the real inflation, in my opinion. Out and about says, do you have your rain boots on? We do. Ryan Anderson's the second night in a row on the stream. I've never been to New York City, so I still think it's pretty neat to watch it live. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Ryan Anderson. So very seldom do we ever go to Times Square on the stream. But I guess we'll make an exception for tonight because we've been getting a lot of requests. Hey, Andre Lewis says Happy New Year from Brazil. Greetings, everybody from Brazil. Hey, Charlie Richardson is here. Welcome, Charlie, and have a very happy New Year. Photos from around New York says I was looking at mutual funds versus ETFs that track the S&P 500, but I couldn't find the excess fees on the mutual fund. So usually it's called expense ratio, but now there's actually, I believe there's one specific Fidelity fund that will track the S&P 500 that has absolutely no fees. Hey, John says, don't worry, James. Biden will pull through. Bridget Ortiz says, hello, Tom. Happy New Year. Traveling Tips says, Happy New Year. Great stream last night and again tonight. Thank you, Traveling Tips. Western Mass Dave says, evening, Tom. Channel is growing. Happy for you. Thank you for being here, Western Mass Dave. Rodrigo says, welcome from Brazil. Ooh, the rain is really starting to pick up, everybody. Hey, Marilyn, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I do appreciate all of the support. So here's my favorite building in Times Square, the NASDAQ building. And this is actually where they filmed some of the shows of Investors Business Daily, right here at the NASDAQ. Joey says Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index Fund, FNILX. Yeah, so isn't that a little bit crazy? I think it's amazing that Fidelity is starting to give investors exposure to the S&P 500 at a zero cost. I think that's awesome. I think Wall Street is finally starting to do the right thing. Hey, Parrot Puma says, hi, buddy. ABC says, I love this channel. Thank you for being here. Hey, the Jug Show says, howdy, man. Wishing you a happy New Year from Melbourne, Australia. Good to see you. Rob Hill says, hey, it's Mafia Stockbroker. Just joking. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good 2022 so far. CAU Weiss says, how is your New Year's Day? My New Year's Day is doing very good. Fresh Start says, Tom, can we see One World Trade Center tonight? Probably not tonight because it's so foggy. You won't be able to see it. Hey, Joey says, Tom, going back to Miami next week. Yeah, we should be headed back to Miami on the 4th of January. FPV says, greetings from Tampa, Florida. Happy New Year all. Sunshine After Rain says, are we going to the Dakota tonight? We will be going to the Dakota tonight. We will be making our way over there. 72nd Street and Central Park West. Anthony, my family is from New York, so I just stay at my house. Jimmy says, what is the Dakota? Is it a mall? No, so Dakota is a very famous apartment building here in New York City that is very famous for John Lennon and Yoko Ono. That is where John Lennon was unfortunately murdered back in the day. Fresh Start, the NASDAQ is not a part of H&M. Eric P says, Happy New Year from wherever you are. Good to see you, Eric P. So this is West 44th Street and Broadway. Hey, William Bren says NASDAQ Hard Rock. And, yep, cool. Hey, Venus is watching with you from Florida, West Palm Beach. Love West Palm Beach. I think Goldman Sachs Asset Management just moved down there. Hey, War Walker, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. It says, hey, Tom, I can't say enough for all you do for everybody around the planet. Many blessings and success for 2022 and beyond. Hey, thank you so much, War Walker. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure having you on the streams. Yeah, Dino, I saw that. So Mayor Eric Adams had to call the police for somebody on an assault. Pretty weird. I did see that. Very bizarre for the first day on the job. Tomas says, Happy New Year, Tom from Tijuana, Mexico. Welcome to all of our Mexican viewers. We love Mexico here. War Walker, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Gail says, Happy New Year from Honolulu, Hawaii. It's raining heavy here as well. Hey, somebody says they're watching from Ghana. Very cool. ABC NKS, good to see you. Hey, Happy New Year from Taiwan. So everybody, this is where they drop the ball right here. Right there is where they drop the ball. Jillian is watching from Arkansas. Good to see you, Jillian. Alex Jackson says, Happy New Year from Northeast Ohio. Sylvia says, Happy New Year from New Mexico. And Kevin Lee says, good evening. It's 9:25 p.m. Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center, and Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn Academy of Music. The rundown says currently 31 degrees Fahrenheit in Dallas, Texas. And Robin Hood Stock is joining us from Cleveland. Jillian Jocelyn says, thank you for saying my name. No problem. What is going on? Cooking with Chef Rel is here. Hey, Andre Brown says, Happy New Year, Tom. Long time no see, Andre. It's always good to see you. And Kitchen Lab is here. Good to see you, Kitchen Lab. Yeah, RJ says, wow, Tom in Times Square for 2 times a week. So we very rarely go to Times Square, but I thought since it's New Year's, I'll show you guys around. We always get special requests to come here. Jillian says, my 2 favorite YouTube channels are you and Ohana. NNB045 says, Ernest & Young is at Times Square too. Isn't it distracting for employees? I don't think so. So actually a lot of Wall Street firms are here too. But you were right, Ernest & Young or EY is right here in Times Square. And 42nd Street and I believe Madison Avenue is PwC or PricewaterhouseCoopers. So not in Times Square technically, but very close. And Bank of America, which is the very famous investment bank here in New York, is located 42nd Street and Avenue of the Americas near Bryant Park. Hey, Jerry William Jr. says, Happy New Year. What's up, Jerry? Hey, I see Chris Hansen. What's up, Chris? So I used to work right in this building when I was a teenager, right here at the Express on West 46th Street. I used to work the shift from 9 p.m. until 3 o'clock in the morning, right here. It brings back a lot of crazy memories. I used to stock the shelves right in the store. Chris Hansen, never, man, never. We would never. Jeff Rell also taking off. Very cool. Hope you very, very. Hey, Snazzy, live streamer, and same area just to walk away. Mobile 124 says, is there someone else going on in New York? I don't think so. Hey, Buy the Book says, Happy New Year, Tom. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Buy the Book. So I think we are buffering a little bit. Hey, Tommy Boy's here. What's up, Tommy? Fresh Start says, Tommy, you headed towards Central Park. Western Mass Dave says, you have an incredible history for one so young. So this is where they dropped the ball, right here. That is actually the Times Square ball. And we're looking at the H&M building. One two four says, is it cold in New York? Because Texas is cold. It's actually not that bad here. It's not that bad. Roly Cannoli, I'm not sure if all the signs are neon or are solar powered. I'm not sure. Wendy Lee says, good day from Australia. I would love to visit New York one of these days. I hope you can visit New York as well. Hey, Gerald Lee says, hey Tom, Happy New Year. Good to see you back in New York City. Good to see you too, Gerald Lee. So we are looking directly where they dropped the ball for 2022. Marty Lewis says it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit right now in New York. Dino, what's going on? I'm very sour. This is nice stream from Staten Island. Hey, Lady O is here. What's up, Lady O? Happy 2022, Lady Orleans, our moderator from New Jersey, the Garden State. So we're going to continue up Broadway to our destination, 72nd Street and Central Park West. Gerald Lee says, looking forward to your 24-hour skateboarding stream you were mentioning the other night. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of things planned for 2022. One of the things is I'm going to be taking all of my 4K high-definition skateboarding videos around the city and putting it on a 24-hour loop because a lot of people have been requesting to see more skateboarding content. So we're going to have a little bit of everything for everybody. NG says, hi, this is becoming my new night routine. Well, it's good to have you here, NG. Hope you're well. Hey, and 48 says, Happy New Year, Tom. Good to see you, 48. And Teresa is such a cool place. Sunshine After Rain says, no skateboard tonight. Not tonight. Usually when it rains, it's almost near impossible to be skating around. Jory says, when do you go back to Miami? It should either be the January 4th, but I'm not sure because I do have a couple meetings to attend to. Fresh Start says, Tom, can you show the Empire State Building? We're not going to be able to see the Empire State Building tonight due to all the fog. Hey, Orland Edwards is here, says hello, Tom, and everybody. What's up, Orland? Good to see you. Orland is actually a public school teacher here in New York. Mobile124 says, do you get used to the billboards at night if it is bright? Yeah, I mean, we're never really in Times Square. Very, very seldom do I come to Times Square. Don says, the city is interesting. Your narration sucks. Appreciate that, John. Don, wishing you a very happy 2022. Kelly says it's raining here in Portland as well. Hey, GJ says, hey, Tom, Happy New Year. I'm wishing you nothing but wealth and health, my friend. Right back at you. So maybe we'll make a right here at West 49th Street. And we'll be able to see Radio City Music Hall, Rockefeller Center. Hey, Ruby's here. What's up, Ruby? Good to see you. Happy New Year, Ruby. I hope you had a great day yesterday. Hey, Miguel says, wow, it was last night. Hey, Roz999 says, hello from Buffalo. Your narration is great. Thanks, Roz. Yeah, the rain is really coming down now here in New York. Hey, Ken Jewell says, hello from North Wales, UK. Good evening, everybody in the United Kingdom. Hey, Tess D, or DC, says Happy New Year from Long Island, New York. Clark says, are you doing this Google Glass? How are you doing this Google Glass? No, we're just streaming from an iPhone 11. Yeah, Lady O says, don't catch a cold. Hey, Sean Felix says, hi, good night from Trinidad and Tobago. Jack says, how do you protect your setup from getting wet? Look at all this garbage here. Oh, we just use an umbrella. Clark Rumsey, good to see you here. Yeah, Mark says snow would be preferable to freezing rain. I agree. So we are right outside the Barclays Investment Bank. And there's going to be record bonuses handed out this year on Wall Street to all the investment bankers and mergers and acquisitions, sales and trading and the like. And actually a few years ago, right next to Barclays Investment Bank, is a French investment bank, BNP Paribas, where we had a helicopter crash on the roof. Hey, Francis, have a prosperous 2022, bro. You as well. Yeah, Cheryl says, such a shame, all the trash they leave behind. DJ says they locked the garbage cans New Year's Eve so bombs couldn't get in there. NNB 045 says that's where Lehman Brothers used to be. So that's what I thought. But then somebody was saying on the stream that they were in Staten Island or something. But I don't think that's true at all. I mean, New Jersey, excuse me. Lucas says, hello from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Wishing you the best in 2022. Thank you, Luca. And somebody says, hello from Turkey. Welcome everybody from Turkey. So the Turkish lira, I think, was the worst performing currency this year. The currency is in hyperinflationary collapse, unfortunately. And it's funny because the president of Turkey is actually arguing to lower interest rates when he should be doing the exact opposite of actually raising interest rates in an environment like this. Look at all the fog coming from the underground subway. It kind of looks cool. Hey, Jackie M. Hey, Jackie. Happy New Year to you. So let's check out Radio City Music Hall. Yeah, NNB 045, that's what I thought too. I thought Lehman Brothers was very close to Times Square, and then Barclays took over their spot. Hey, the Catman Games says, hi, Tom. What's going on, Catman Games? Hey, Genius 2X, good to see you. Happy New Year. Hopefully your 2022 is off to a great start. Rosemary Guzman is here. Says Happy New Year's 2022. Thank you, everybody. Hey, B the Traveler says hi from Michigan. Snowing here, maybe on its way to New York City. Well, I would definitely rather take snow over over this any day. LY says, have you had COVID? So I don't think so. I don't think so, but it's possible. but I don't think I've ever had it. DJ says, are you using a live view? What setup are you using? No, so we're just streaming live from an iPhone 11. I believe on Prism, an app called Prism. So if you look to the right, this is one of the best steakhouses in New York called Del Frisco's. This is where I used to take a lot of my clients out for lunch. But ever since the pandemic, it's been very difficult to take clients out, but it's just starting to get back to normal. But this is one of the best steakhouses. So if you're ever trying to close a deal, bring your clients right here and they're going to appreciate it very much. And if you look straight ahead, you'll see the Radio City Music Hall. Clark Rumsey says, what kind of work? I am in tech sales, technology and software sales. Hey, Rock Games says hello from Iraq. Welcome to all of our Iraqi viewers. Very cool. I know Jackie M says, I can't wait to get out there in New York City again. I think this is one of my favorite views in the city. Hey, Clark says, how do you feel about Sparks Steakhouse? So Sparks Steakhouse, I believe, was where all the big mafia murders went down. I believe that is near the Grand Central Station. Hey, David Moss says hello from Georgia. Prince Charming says hi, Tom. Have I seen any FDNY setups? Yeah, they're all over the city. But this is by far the best halal food in the city. A lot of people think it is the Halal Guys next to the Hilton Hotel, but this one is much, much better. It's called Adele's Famous. And there's always a line. It doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, anything. There's always a line. And this building right here, this black one, is my old office building in the Marsh and McLennan building. Yeah, Lady O says Adele's Famous, agreed, is the best. Jackie M says it's so cold in Los Angeles right now. Is it really? Marco says Happy New Year from Florida. Weather is great here. Nick B says better rain than snow. I would actually rather have it snow. Actually, I don't know about that. It's a good point. Hey, Kobo Bunny is here. What's up, Kobo Bunny? Hey, Lost in the Curve says the client always pays for that steak one way or another. Perhaps. Hey, Man Raj says, hello, Happy New Year's from Queens. Jackie M says, what is your New Year's word, Tom? I'm not sure about that. New Year's word. Ah, mine is invested. Very cool. I would say maybe consistency. Hey, Cara says, greetings from Florida, the bipolar state where 1 minute it's sunny and the next minute it's rainy and cloudy. Very funny. Nikki Costa. So the building directly in front of us is the Neuberger Berman building, which is another big asset manager on Wall Street. And one of my good friends actually just took a risk manager position there. And they are right across the street from UBS. Hey, Amy says hi from Maryland. Hey, Pat Waters is here. How are you, Pat? So we'll check out the Christmas tree one last time so everybody could see it. And then we'll continue up on our way to 72nd Street and Central Park West. Hey, Nikki Costa says, hey, Tom, love your streams. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Scott Wilder says, Tom, how much is the least expensive one-bedroom decent apartment in Manhattan? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, maybe you could get something in the Lower East Side for like $2,000 perhaps. But then again, I mean, a one bedroom, I don't know. Is there any New Yorkers in here that can help me out? I mean, a one bedroom, maybe you could get in a really grimy area, or a very, very small one bedroom, maybe in Washington Heights for around that. Rent is definitely very expensive in New York. Rent only went down for like 3 or 4 months, and then everything rebounded right back. Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about, you know, some parts of Queens, obviously going to be cheaper, but really anywhere in Manhattan is expensive. So this is where you enter the observation deck for the top of the rock. So usually this area we start to buffer a little bit. There's like a dead zone. One bedroom apartment from $1,100. I don't know about that. Hey, the Swan is here. Happy New Year, the Swan. The Swan is joining us from Ireland. So earlier in the week, we did a stream talking about the most expensive real estate markets in terms of states. The highest growth in terms of percentage for single-family homes, as well as rents. So Teresa says, how long is the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree going to be up? I'm actually not sure. Maybe another week? Does anybody know? Hey, Penelope. Happy New Year, Penelope. Penelope. Drink at Rockefeller Center. Hey, Daniel Rodriguez says, how was your 2021 and what are your thoughts and hopes in the new year? So I had a great 2021. In 2022, I hope to be healthy and successful, and I wish the same for you. Hey, Clark says, how often do you do these walks? We usually go live 5 days a week. Hey, Michael Jr. says, I just moved out of New York. Does anybody think that I will regret it? Should I even feel sad for leaving? Well, I mean, you could always come back, and you could always live in both places. I'm not sure if you guys could see that on the stream, but the ice rink looks like a swim. Almost 2 inches of rain or water on the ice rink. Hey, Veronica says, thank you for showing us New York. Rock Games, I've been here forever. My family has been here forever. Somebody says New York or Miami. New York in the summer, Miami during this time or in the winter. Hey, Travis is here. What's up, Travis? John says, and a hockey game broke out. Hey, Ron says, hey, Tom. Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Ron. Yeah, Miami is sometimes called New York, but with palm trees. right, so now we are directly in front of the very famous Saks Fifth Avenue. Hey Marilyn, this is Tom. Could you ever imagine having a YouTube channel with over 1,200 viewers? Not at all. I really appreciate everybody joining. It's been a blast, and it's been a good time getting to know everybody. So thank you everybody for hanging out with me every night. Roman says, I love what you are doing. It's awesome, but New York is no longer as safe as it used to be, says Roman. Hey, DJ says, have you ever met Action Kid? I haven't met him in person yet, but I always watch his streams. Almost every single day I watch Action Kid streams. Hey, Cynthia's here. What's up, Cynthia? Good to see you. So I'll give everybody one last look of the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center, because they are going to be taking it down soon. Hey, Ashley says, Tom, what do you do for work? Investment banking analyst or business law? So neither. I work in technology sales. So I sell tech and software to enterprise customers, more specifically in the medical field. So a lot of my clients are like New York Presbyterian, a lot of the home healthcare agencies, and we sell anything from EVV software or electronic visit verification software to anything like an SD-WAN. I'm not sure if anybody knows what that is. As well as cybersecurity software. Ashley says, very cool. What about you, Ashley? What do you do? Do you work in the city in banking? Hey, Mr. New Year's says, hi, Tom. What's up, Mr. New Year's? Welcome says, I want to say hello to my beautiful daughter. Welcome. Dee says, the rain sounds so soothing. I agree. Oh my, yes. So SD-WAN equals a software-defined wide area network. That is correct. So a lot of old legacy businesses used to utilize, and still to this day, utilize MPLS networks, which is essentially multi-protocol label switching. But now with everybody working remote and workforces decentralized, it's easier and more efficient to manage your WAN over software, which we've talked about that. I think we dedicated an entire stream to that. So whenever you think of SD-WAN, you could think of like a company like Fortinet. So this is St. Patrick's Cathedral right here. Some of the best architecture in the city is right here. So Marilyn, I think I started this, let me just wipe some of the stuff away from the screen. I think I started streaming in July, I believe. Ashley says, did you pass by Koreatown yet tonight? One of my favorite places in the city. 5 Senses has great food. So we were in Koreatown last night for New Year's. But maybe on the way back to the Moynihan train station, we'll take a quick lap around Koreatown. Hey, White Diamond says Happy New Year. What's up, White Diamond? Mark says that's quite the walk. But yes, we have a very diverse group on the stream. We have everybody from investment bankers to software engineers, and a lot of nurses and a lot of doctors, surprisingly too, that watch the stream. So thank you to all of our medical workers who watch the stream. Appreciate it. Eric says Brooklyn only getting a little drizzle. Ashley says, Tom, your voice is so soothing. Thank you for the live streams. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate it. Lucas says, happy birthday to my great granddaughter. Oh, so we're just in time for the light show. I guess I'll show you guys the light show. What do you guys want to do? Should we head up to 72nd Street, or do you want me to show, or do you want to take a look at this light show first? What do you think? Hey, Lupe is here. Hey, Lupe. Business model says the light show. All right, we'll take a look at it. Welcome to the, thank you for the $5 super chat, thank you. I appreciate you very much. Happy New Year, God bless, thank you. Fernando says, which street is this? We are on 5th Avenue, and I believe 50th Street, East 50th.
Thank you for celebrating with us at Saxton. We wish you and yours a joyous holiday season.
Walks is here. Good to see you, RR Walks. Hey, Melee's here. Happy New Year, Melee. Happy New Year, Mark. So I think that's it. I think that's the conclusion of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think this is one of the last times we'll be able to see it for the year. All right, very cool. Well, at least we got to see it one last time. Gemma says, hey, can you say hello to Tilly? What's up, Tilly? Lucid Dreaming says, sick show. Hey, John. What's up, John? Jerry says, that was awesome. When do they take down the decorations in New York City? I think it's going to be coming down very soon, maybe within the week. Man, the rain is coming down like gangbusters now. So, brand new New York City mayor. Yes, so Eric Adams, I believe, was sworn in last night. So Mayor de Blasio is no longer the mayor of New York City. We now have a former New York City police officer. So I'm optimistic on him cleaning up the city. So we'll see. Hey, Bolo Els is New York year-round. Maya says, oh, this is so awesome. Love the beautiful. Mark says, Tom, let's see the Christmas tree one last time before they tear it down. So here you are, Mark. Hey, Ruth Santos says, good night from Brazil. The sound of the rain is nice. Marty Lewis says, I think Mayor Adams held 3 press conferences today. Hey, Rick says, hey, Tom, have a happy and healthy New Year, buddy. Thank you. Jordan 2005 says, hey, what's up? Hey, Carol H says, what a shot. Happy New Year. What's up, Carol? Thank you for joining in 2021, and here's to a great 2022. So I think we'll walk up 5th Avenue. I think it's going to be a little bit less crowded, and we can see the holiday lights one last time. So I'll show you guys the ice skating rink one last time before everything gets taken down. Hey, Daniel says, hi from Miami. Welcome everybody from Miami. Hey, Two Wheel Pines. What's up, Two Wheel Pines? AE says, hey, what's up, AE? Daniel says, hello from Albuquerque, New Mexico. on our way. Alright, we will head out. Very stormy here. D12 says, so Skatebro used to be in accounting. Is that what he said yesterday? No, I never was in accounting. I never said that. You may be getting me confused with Action Kid. Action Kid used to, I believe, be an accountant on Wall Street. I never worked as an accountant. I always have worked in tech sales. I believe you may be getting me confused with Action Kid.
Thank you for celebrating with us at Saks Fifth.
Hey, Happy New Year from Russia. Welcome everybody from Russia. Hey, Patty C64 says hello. What's going on, Patty? Good to see you. D12 says, thank you for clarifying. Did you study tech? No, I didn't study tech. I actually went to school at a criminal justice school in the city and studied criminal justice and economics. A little bit of a weird combination, but so everybody, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to make it all the way to 72nd Street. The rain is coming down pretty hard. Hey, Patrick B, thank you. Appreciate it. So this is the Lego store here. D12 says all the live streams are posted to rewatch again, right? I just found out about him yesterday, looking for a live countdown from New York City. Yeah, so we upload all of the live streams. So every single live stream we do, they are all archived on the stream or on the channel. Hey, Loose72 is here. What's up, Loose72? Yeah, Charlie Richardson says it's raining a lot. It's raining like crazy. But sometimes I like walking in the rain in the city. It's not bad. Ninja says, do you think the working class will recover from the pandemic? Well, I mean, I sure hope so. I mean, I think this pandemic has done nothing but increase the wealth gap in this country, because essentially what happened during the 2020 COVID pandemic, the Federal Reserve started printing so much money by buying mortgage-backed securities as well as U.S. Treasuries and lowering interest rates. And the only thing that is done is create an asset boom. So the stock market's at new all-time record highs, real estate at new all-time record highs. And if we look at the data, the majority of people who own these assets are the 1%, not the working class. So if anything, the pandemic has benefited greatly the top 1% and the billionaires, and it's really wreaked havoc on the working class. Somebody says, can we check out the billboards above Forever 21? Sure. Hey, Claudio says, hello from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Welcome. The world as I know it says it's called a bubble. It's going to burst. Yeah, so I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm not sure when it will burst. You know, there's a lot of economists that have been calling for the bubble burst for a long time, one of which being Peter Schiff. And Peter Schiff is the CEO and founder of Euro Pacific Capital as well as Euro Pacific Bank. And I think there's one thing that's really interesting is that the Federal Reserve has proved that it can keep the market propped up, then a lot of short sellers can be solvent. So we'll see. But I think if we want to know when the stock market will crash, we have to look at the debt market, because at the end of the day, the stock market is a derivative of the bond market. Hey, welcome everybody from India. That's so cool. Welcome everybody from India. Hey, 3CRG says Happy New Year from Australia. Welcome everybody in Australia. Good to see you. So we'll take one more look at the Cartier building here. NNB 045 says Peter Schiff and Richard Wyckoff have very opposing economic views. So this is a free COVID-19 testing center. I'm not sure who would want to get a COVID test at this little thing. It looks like you may get COVID getting a test at that place. Hey, good to see you, the Swan, joining us from Ireland. Beautiful Ireland. Hey, Grammy says Happy New Year, all from Florida. Loose 72 says I've been to Ireland. That's definitely on the bucket list. I would love to go to Ireland. Business purposes is we have a big winter storm coming here in Illinois. So here's the Microsoft store. Hey, TJM says hello from Myrtle Beach. What's up, TJM? Have a let's say Merry Christmas with all the decorations, but have a Happy New Year. Hey, Vape says, I'm not missing the streams from now on. This is cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Great Walk. The Facebook office is in New York. Indeed it is. And I believe Microsoft actually just signed a big lease for additional office space right here on 5th Avenue. Andrew says, does anybody like the Surface? So I personally use all Apple products. Well, actually that's not true, but I just think Apple has an easier interface in my opinion, but I tend to use all Microsoft software products, if that makes sense. So I'll use Microsoft Word, I'll use Excel, PowerPoint. I always like looking in this place because the ceiling is so beautiful. Happy New Year from Lima, Peru, and thank you for sharing the wonderful stream with us. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Dubai Expo says, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Western Mass Dave's is incredible ceiling. Really beautiful pictures. So this is the Peninsula Hotel, very famous place. Hey, Nate K is joining us from Brooklyn, New York. How are you, Nate? And right across the street is the very famous St. Regis Hotel. And the rain is really coming down now. Subway 59 says, Happy New Year. Rachel Wells says, I ask because I like the resolution on your camera. So we are using an iPhone 11. Nate K says, Tom, you're right by my office. I haven't been there since COVID. This is an unbelievable place to have an office. So we're coming up on West 57th Street, which is known as Billionaires Row. And if you look to your right, you'll see the very notable Trump Tower. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. It says, thank you for the great quality live stream and Happy New Year. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. So right here is the Trump Tower. I'll show you guys all the way up at the top. Oh, got water on the lens. D12 says, I'm so surprised many vloggers don't get their cameras snatched off their hands in these big cities. Interesting. This Trump Tower is huge. Yeah, Emilio J, I saw that. That was a great video. So Action Kid did an entire tour of the Trump Tower inside. Did a great job, so please check it out. Jay says, stupid question. How are you keeping the camera so steady? So we are using a gimbal. Princess says, good night. God bless you. Thank you for sharing the beautiful images. Vape says, Tom, don't forget about me. I won't. What camera are we using? We are using an iPhone 11. So here is the main entrance of the famous Trump Tower. Hey, Isabella. What's going on, Isabella? Hey, Miss Mo says, hi, Tom. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Miss Mo. The Swan says, love the rain. I love walking in the rain, too, every once in a while. Hey, Steph writes, says, happy 2022 from England. And this is the Louis Vuitton store. And if you look to your left, this is the main Apple store. But actually, Apple just announced, look at that huge puddle of water. So Apple has closed down all of their stores in New York. You're only allowed to order online and pick up. You're not allowed to actually go into the stores due to COVID. Look at that puddle of water. That must be like a 2.5 foot puddle of water. Could you guys imagine if overnight it got down to like 20 degrees? Everything here would be like an ice skating. Optimus Prime says jump in. No way. All right, we made it. Hey, Cynthia, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, thanks, Tom, no problem. Thank you for being here, and I wish you a very happy 2022. Thank you, Cynthia, appreciate it. Dubai Expo says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too. Melee says, Tom, how's your shoes? Not bad, actually. I think the umbrella is really doing wonders here. But Cynthia Beal, thank you for joining, watching. It is much appreciated. Hopefully you're enjoying the streams, and I'm wishing you and your family a very happy new year. So as we pass Apple, Apple is approaching a $3 trillion market cap, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. That we now have companies nearly valued $3 trillion. Sunshine After Rain says, Tom, let's get coffee. It's so windy now. Jeez. All right, I have to wipe the camera lens. Just give me 1 minute. Hey, Francisco's here. It says, welcome from Brazil. Swan says, Tom is the apple of my eye. Matthew P says, where's the rain at this time of year? Ashley says, city is so beautiful at night, even more beautiful when you're with a significant other. Very cool. All right. So I think we'll go to the Dakota Apartments another day. But we are standing right outside of the very famous Plaza Hotel. Optimus Prime says, Tom, when are you going to do a face reveal? So if you want to see my face, you can check out my IG. I think I have my face up there, or my Twitter. Ashley says, I miss K-Town in the city. I'm studying to be a doctor, going to med school, so no time to go visit. Wow. That's awesome. Well, thank you for what you do. I'm sure you're going to be a fantastic doctor. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Hey, D says, what is the purpose of all the scaffolding? So a lot of the times when the buildings are in violation of some sort of code, they either have to put up scaffolding or they have to pay really egregious fines. So a lot of the times you'll see scaffolding up for years in New York, because if you put scaffolding up, you could avoid all of these fines, but you don't necessarily need to fix the problems. So that's been a real issue in New York. A lot of the landlords have just been putting up scaffolding all on the Upper West Side to buy them time so they don't have to spend all this money on fixing the facades of the building. So everybody, last year in 2021, the S&P 500 returned 27%. So I thought it would be something fun to do on the channel, being that we don't have... Oh my gosh, these penguins are on skateboards, guys. So I thought it'd be fun, after the video concludes, if you want to go into the comments section of this video and type if you think the S&P 500 is going to be, what percentage point do you think the S&P 500 is going to be up or negative? So I personally think the S&P 500 is going to close up 8% this year. So I think it'll be fun to go back to this video a year from now and see who was the closest. So if you want to type that in the comments once the video concludes, feel free. I never noticed this. I didn't know that penguins were on skateboards. This is my new favorite exhibit here, New York City. Lady O, I know. I never even noticed it. I didn't notice that. Time lapse says negative 15% on the S&P 500 for the year. Perhaps. So in 2022 in the United States, it is a midterm election year. And if we look at the data, almost 80% of the time, the first half of the year, major equity indices are actually either in the red or flat But depending on how the elections turn out, usually the markets start to ramp and close positive into the end of the year. I think a lot of investors are trying to figure out if the house is going to flip one way or the other. But as a rule of thumb on Wall Street, markets tend to do really, really well when there's gridlock. So markets like it when there's not a lot of cooperation on both the right and the left. Because usually when there's no cooperation, there's no additional rules and regulations that are being passed. So politicians cannot get anything done, and that's actually usually positive for the markets. Hey, insurance practice exams this year. Long time no see. Hope you're well. So on the side of the Plaza Hotel is the residences at the Plaza. So there's actually very, very luxury apartment and condominiums in the building. And right here is the shops at the Plaza where they have a big food court and a lot of other things. Hey, Dre Ace is tuning in from Belize. Welcome, everybody. Somebody says, please show us Times Square. Okay, maybe we'll walk through Times Square back to the Moynihan train station. Welcome everybody from Japan. Welcome to all of our Japanese viewers. Good to see you. Yeah, Lady O says the food hall is pretty nice. It's beautiful in there. They closed it down for a little bit due to the big C. But now I believe it is open for business. Hey, Henry is here. Says, hello, my friend. Good to see you live. What's up, Henry? Wishing you a very, very happy new year. Road Dog 41, good to see you again. Tuning in from Ohio. Hey, Jonathan Richards is here. Good to see you, Jonathan. Hope your 2022 is off to a fantastic start. Precious Heart says, where's the food hall? So if you go into the Plaza Hotel on the side, on 58th Street, you'll be able to gain access to the shops at the Plaza. SP is joining us from West Virginia. Ivans is tuning in from Chile. We actually have a lot of Chilean viewers on the channel, which is good. Oh, Road Dog 41 says, no from NC. That was for the Japanese. Leah says, hi, Tom. It's raining a lot. It is coming down like crazy. Rock Band 5 Million says, why are the streets so empty? Probably because it's raining so much and not a lot of people want to get wet, perhaps. Hey, David Smith says, hi, Tom. Happy 2022 from England. Welcome, everybody from England. So here we are on West 57th Street, known for Billionaires Row. And the vast majority of the apartments on Billionaires Row, if you look right here, this little building at the top, you can't even see it because of all the rain and the fog. It is 432 Park Avenue. And on Billionaires Row, the vast majority of people don't even actually live in the apartments. They use it as some sort of a piggy bank in the sky to defer taxes and keep it as a store of value, and even trophy apartments. SB says hello from Trinidad and Tobago. Optimus Prime says Bill Gates waving at you. Hey, William Creech is here. Welcome, William Creech. His viewer count was huge last night. Yeah, it was a very fun stream. I had a good time ringing in the new year with all of you. A lot of people. And it was a good thing the rain held out too. It wasn't really that rainy. Blue says, yes, Tom, can you please show us Times Square? Well, we did walk through Times Square earlier on the stream today, but we will definitely go there again. Ninja says, cheers from Jamaica. Welcome everybody from Jamaica. Hey, Darren Robinson is here. Says, good evening from Sydney, Australia. Great stream last night, Tom. Shout out to all of our Aussie viewers. Hey, Turkle says your streams are unparalleled for the ambience and having on in the background, Tom. Thank you for them. No problem. Thank you for being here. So everybody, we are about to pass the very famous Hilton Hotel that was actually closed down for the vast majority of the pandemic. I believe it just opened back up 2 days before Thanksgiving. Hey, 17 Silence says hello. David Woods says video quality is fantastic. I guess I'll show you guys the globe over here. Back in the summer, if you guys remember correctly, we used to start many of the streams right here. This was back in the day when I used to live in this neighborhood. Hey, Sabrina Fair says I wolfed down a halal chicken at the Hilton Hotel. Yeah, that's where the famous Halal Guys is located. Hey, David Flores has come to the Bronx. I used to work in the Bronx. Francisco GM says, hi, Tom. Happy 2022 from Chile. Happy 2022 to you as well. Nipsey TY says, aren't you afraid the rain will damage your camera? Not really. We do have an umbrella. Yeah, photos from around New York. I'm not sure who is the designer of that particular sculpture. Francisco GM says, I think New York City looks more beautiful in the rain. Hey, John says goodbye and good luck. Thank you, John. So here we are on West 53rd Street. And if you look to the right, this is the very famous Halal Guys. However, I think there's an even better place for halal, which is a couple blocks down right outside the Radio City Music Hall. Pandus runs as New York City is definitely more beautiful in the rain. Howard McDonald says, thanks for being my legs. Never been to New York. Hope you're able to come very soon. Hey, Jacob says, I'm out. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Hey, Danny PS says, cheers from Miami. Hey, the aviator's back. Says, hey, Tom, I'm back. What have I missed? Not too much. We're just hanging out tonight. And this is keep going and you'll walk past my office. So it seems like a lot of people on the stream have worked on 6th Avenue. This is also where I used to work. My office building was 1166 6th Avenue, or Avenue of the Americas. In the very famous Marcia McLennan and D.E. Shaw. So we had one of the most successful quantitative hedge funds just 2 floors above me, D.E. Shaw. And that's actually where Jeff Bezos used to work as a hedge fund analyst before he started Amazon. Hey, Anthony says, I'm glad my office is in Tribeca, out of all the action, but still close to the action. It's a good point. Hey, Mario says, hey, just discovering you now. Thanks for braving the storm for us. Well, thank you for being here. Ghost Walker 40 says, I'd love to go to New York City, but I don't know anyone there or where to stay. Well, if you come to New York, I would definitely suggest staying on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Beautiful place. Augustin Rojas says, hi from Tijuana, Mexico. Great streaming, no need to go to New York. I'm enjoying your tour with a Modelo in my hand. Hey, that is awesome. Shout out to everybody from Mexico. Hey, Teresa says, I am from Miami. Nice live stream. I actually just bought a place in Miami. Very beautiful down there. But what a lot of people don't know is that Jeff Bezos, before he started Amazon, used to work at David E. Shaw and Company, which is a quantitative hedge fund here in Manhattan. And one day he actually took his boss out for a walk in Central Park, and his boss being the creator of the hedge fund, David E. Shaw. And Jeff Bezos was pitching him on the idea of selling books online at Amazon. And David E. Shaw responded, you know, Jeff, I think that's a really good idea for somebody that doesn't already have a really good job. So David E. Shaw did not want Jeff Bezos to start Amazon. And then I believe the next day, Jeff Bezos resigned anyway, started Amazon, and then the rest is history. Talk about a pretty big risk. Hey, Ann is here. It's a shout out from Jamaica. What's up, Ann? Happy New Year. We are right outside Radio City Music Hall. Chris B says, what was it like working with Jeffrey B? So to clarify, I didn't work with Jeff Bezos. I just worked in the same building as the hedge fund that he worked at. I'm 26 years old, so I'm just telling an interesting story. I never worked with Jeff Bezos. Although I would like to get a job, you know, if I were to enter back the corporate world, I would like to work for Amazon selling their AWS cloud platform. I think that's about the only thing that I would be interested in. Or Microsoft selling their Azure cloud. So this is by far the best halal food in the city. Right here at this cart. Adele's famous. Anand says hello from Singapore. Ghost says hello from Miami. Love New York in the rain. All right, so I promised everybody we'd go back to Times Square, even though I'm not a big fan of Times Square. YouTuber says, what was Jeff Bezos like as a coworker? Jeff Bezos was never my coworker. I'm just saying that Jeff Bezos worked for a hedge fund that was in my building. Hey, Scott Briggs is here. What's up, Scott? Roman says they canceled my front row seats to the Christmas Spectacular. I did hear about that, so yeah, that's unfortunate. So the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular show was canceled due to COVID-19, which is a bummer. So Roman, did they refund you your tickets or what happened? Chris B says, do they still openly use drugs in Times Square? I think they openly use drugs everywhere here in New York. Hey, Roberta, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. I think, Roberta, we saw her yesterday. I believe you're studying for your LSAT, if I remember correctly. So good luck with that. I'm sure you're going to do great. Hey, we have a lot of people from Toronto, Canada joining. Welcome everybody from Toronto. Hey, Edson is here. Edson says, hey guys, 2022. What's up? YouTuber says, do you mind walking by MoMA? So we may do that on another stream. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that. We can't do that tonight because we just passed MoMA. All right. Car says hello from Argentina. Hala says, hey, Sabrina Fair, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate it very, very much. Everybody keeps asking now in the chat if I work with Jeff Bezos. No, I have never worked for Jeff Bezos ever. Hey, Thunder says hello from Brazil. Great touring New York City with you as we pass by the Barclays Investment Bank. So this year on Wall Street was by far one of the busiest years, especially for M&A activity. M&A activity stands for mergers and acquisitions, as well as a lot of IPOs or initial public offerings. Ooh, check this thing out. You guys see this thing? It looks like it's about to blow off again. Check that out. That thing looks like it's about to rip into the stratosphere. They should probably fix that. I don't think that looks too safe. What about you? What do you guys think? You think? Yeah, War Walkers is it definitely can. You got to stand back. But Sabrina Fair, thank you very much for the support. Hey, Cynthia's here from Miami. What's up, Cynthia? Turkle. I love that sense of humor, Turkle. I love it. Hey, Juan is here. What's up, Juan? Good to see you again. Juan is joining us from Costa Rica. Very cool. Hey, Q-Biz. Good to see you. Andrew says the Jeff Bezos meeting in Central Park was the same day I was born. Probably, actually. Actually, you may be almost exactly bang on there because I was born in 1995. Ed says, Tom, please describe the smell for me. It smells all right, I guess. Vapes says, Tom, please show the billboard near Forever 21. So this is Morgan Stanley right here. Another big investment bank next to the Krispy Kreme. Hey, William says, good evening, Tom, from LA. We have a lot of viewers from LA. I've never been to Los Angeles. I would love to go. I hear a lot of mixed things about LA, but then again, watch it be some NFT or something like that. D says, I'm sleepy, but I can't stop watching. Apologize for that, D. So check out this building that's going on. Sherry Memories is just curious, why do you do walking tours in New York? By the way, I absolutely love watching you do this. Thank you so much. I don't know, I just enjoy talking to all of you guys. We usually have good conversations about finance and technology. So we usually stream around New York City or Miami and talk about finance and tech. Somebody says, when is the next Miami stream? That's going to be determined. It depends on when I go back. British Gray. Hey, British Gray from Tampa, Florida. Good to see you, British Gray. Yeah, Scott Briggs says, where does the city store all the stuff for New Year's Eve? I'm not sure. So I used to work right in here when I was a teenager. And they're taking down all of the stuff for New Year's. Hey, Gail Martinez says hello from Clearwater, Florida. Marilyn says we just passed 8,500 subscribers. Well, thank you everybody for subscribing to the channel. And I hope you're enjoying the streams. Tom, wasn't 2021 a bad year or a great year? I think it was a great year. But then again, I'm always way too optimistic. So there is Hamilton. I have a funny story about Hamilton. I almost got fired at my last job because one of my clients had mentioned to me that he really wanted to see Hamilton with his family. And then I'm like, oh, I'll buy you tickets to see Hamilton, no problem. But I didn't know that they were thousands of dollars. And I had to put it on the company's credit card. And it was not a good conversation with the boss. Let's just say that. So here is the Forever 21 billboard that Vapes wanted to see. Dude 18 says Jeff Bezos isn't in New York City. Sam DRO says, hey Tom, random text / humanitarian question. Would we ever see an iPhone 32? If so, where will we end up at? I'm not sure about that actually. I have no idea. I would assume so. Kobe Bryant says, Tom, did you watch Andy Cohen's rant about de Blasio? I did. So I think he ranted about de Blasio last night, and he also did the same thing 1 year ago. Hey, Ramsey says, Happy New Year from Egypt. What's up, Ramsey? Out and About says, what time do you need to catch the train? I'm not sure, actually. Maybe like 11:40, 11:50. I gotta take a look at the train schedule. Dan McLaren says, that's hilarious. I hope your boss is cool with you now. At the time, it wasn't a good conversation, but I think it worked out. Oh, so look at this. The Fort Lauderdale Police Department is advertising for jobs in Times Square. That's funny. Rock Band 5 Million says, do you live in New York City? Yeah, so I split my time about 50-50 now between New York City and Miami. And that's where they dropped the ball last night. Joshua Lopez says, how packed was your train ride home last night? It was pretty packed. It was pretty packed, to say the least. Times Square is actually not that bad tonight. It's usually very packed, but tonight it's not bad. What? That's funny. Hey, Lena Sandoval is here. Happy New Year, Lena. Good to see you. Joshua Lopez says, when will you stream the Hudson Yards? So I think we were there maybe 2 days ago. I'm not sure who would ever get a COVID test in Times Square.
That's what we need.
Kelsey says, are you a Giants fan or a Jets fan? I'm not a big fan of football, but if I had to pick, I'd probably pick the New York Giants. Hey, Sally is here, says hi, Tom. What's up, Sally? Yeah, Joshua Lopez is soccer all the way, Tom. I agree. Jonathan Richards says, Tom, did you land the account after getting the client the Hamilton tickets? Yes, we did. Hey, hello from Phoenix, Arizona. What's going on? Sierra C says, my Buckeyes won the Rose Bowl. Cool. That's awesome. So here we are right outside of the NASDAQ. San DRO, I have not encountered somebody who doesn't like to be filmed. Not yet. But it's a good question, good question. Hey, Chandler, Arizona is in the house. So Chandler, Arizona is supposed to be like one of the most expensive areas of Arizona, I believe. Hey, Paula says hello from Ecuador. What's up, Paula? Good to see you. Hey, Andy is here. What's up, Andy? This is cool NASDAQ building. Chris B says, have you ever filmed in Harlem? So I used to live in Harlem right next to the Whole Foods. We have not filmed any videos there yet. Well, maybe in the summer we were skateboarding through Harlem. But I used to live there. Right next to the new Whole Foods. Kobe Bryant says, Tom, what is your drink of choice? So I don't drink alcohol, but I do drink probably too much orange juice. Chris B says, I heard Harlem is dangerous. Don't go there. Harlem is not dangerous. Harlem's beautiful. And a lot of good restaurants over there in Harlem too. I lived there for about a year. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Joshua Lopez says, I go to college in Harlem. So everybody, tomorrow night, I will be emailing out the 10th edition of the Behind the Street newsletter. And it will have my complete reading recommendation list on it for 2022. So if anybody wants to read a free financial newsletter written by me, I send it out every Sunday or Monday. If you type !news, NEWS, in the chat, the Nightbot will drop the link where you could sign up for free, and we should have the next edition out tomorrow. Hey, Bitsmag is here. It says Neil Patrick Harris' apartment is in Harlem. Is that true? I didn't know that. I didn't know that Neil Patrick Harris lives in Harlem. Wow. Did not know that. So Neil Patrick Harris is very famous for How I Met Your Mother. Is that correct? Nicholas says, have you ever gone to Paris Baguette? We have. Photos from around New York. So I think I've only watched one episode of How I Met Your Mother, but it was really funny. It was really, really funny. So we are coming up on Bryant Park. It is windy. Webley says, I love this park. It is a great park, but I believe it is closed now. Great Walk says, How I Met Your Mother was a great show, but the ending wasn't what I expected. Nicholas says, what is one thing that you're going to do in 2022 to improve your efficiency? So I think for me, I'm going to try to get on a very tight schedule. So be more disciplined with my time and try to go to sleep at the same time every night. But that is a good question. I think for me at least, the number one thing that drives productivity is consistent sleep. I think it's very important for people to get at least 8 hours of sleep at night. Hey, Sierra C says, just have to say, if you love action/war movies, watch We Were Soldiers on Netflix. Such a good movie. I've never heard of it. I'm going to have to check it out. Alex says, what time do you sleep? Maybe right around like 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30. It just really depends. Just depends. But I'm going to try to get to sleep consistently right around maybe 11 o'clock at night. We'll see. Hey, Moran, thank you so much for the $22 donation. It says, happy rainy day in New York. Thank you so much for all of the support this year and your donation. I really do appreciate it. I promise to keep up as much content as possible, as well as writing the newsletter for all of you every single week. Turkle says you might be looking for advice of sleep tips, but in my experience, using nudges from things like light exposure can help significantly. Yeah, so I think blue light is the worst when you go to sleep. But Moran, thank you so much for the donation. I really do appreciate it very much. Webley Coffee Spill says, might as well go to Koreatown, making me hungry. We'll take one walk around Koreatown and then we do have to conclude the stream. But I know I've been getting a lot of comments in the chat from people saying, please go to Koreatown, so we will do that. Chris Beep says, please go to 30 something Street and 6th Avenue. Kobe Bryant says, Tom, did you miss your train? I'm not sure. Hey, Joshua Lopez says, love watching the stream. Design Ideas says, if you weren't doing the Wall Street Escape Row, what would you be doing? Probably be reading or doing some work. So a little bit of a backstory on why I started the stream is because, oh my gosh, the umbrella keeps going inside out. Man. Geez, it's so windy here. So there was really no cutoff point for me from working. So during the pandemic, I would literally work till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was not healthy at all. It was not healthy. Because when you're in sales or when you're working in general, and before COVID, usually all the emails start to die down at around 6 o'clock because that's when everybody is commuting home from the office. So if a lot of the big CEOs or the big decision makers are commuting home from the office starting at around 6 p.m., you know, they're either driving, they're on the train or something like that. So they have to put away their computers, they put away their phones, and that sort of gives it a break, right? That sort of gives the day a break. However, with the pandemic, everybody is home all the time, 24/7, 365. So there's really no cutoff point, if that makes sense. Everybody is just working when they're eating dinner. They're working when they're watching TV. So there's really no cutoff point to work. So I'm like, I need to do something that'll force me to turn down. And that was streaming and skateboarding around the city. And I said, in order to be productive, I'm just going to stream and talk about finance and talk about technology. So I'm reinforcing these topics into my head and sharing ideas with other people. And something that's great from the stream is that we have a ton of smart people that join the streams. So I learn a lot from everybody. So it's just a continuous learning experience, and it gets me outside from my apartment, which is good. Hey, Patty. What's going on, Patty? Cole says, how is your phone not dead yet? Yeah, I'm surprised too. Dan McLaren is very interesting. I feel the same. I work from home as an engineer. Yeah, Dan, because if you think about it, like my boss, right? When I used to work for my previous company, my boss would go home at 6 o'clock and he'd say, all right, everybody, I'm going to head home. And then, you know, the emails would stop because everybody has to do a commute, right? But when nobody's commuting, everybody's just sitting on their couch in their pajamas responding to emails because there's no cutoff time, right? You're eating dinner at your desk, and you're responding to emails, so it never stops. And I was getting severely burnt out, and I was inside literally all day. So it appears the rain has stopped a little bit, thank God. Hey everybody, we could finally see a little bit of the Empire State Building. Claire says, Tom, you're so woke. I think it's been raining for 5 straight days here in New York. Christian Wilson says, what a cool shot. Oren says, beautiful place. Claire says, splendid. Wow, Patty says I'm in the office 8 hours a day, Tuesday through Saturday. Hey, Ron 2000 says, what kind of phone do you use? We use an iPhone 11. Starboy says, hey brother, do you know what are the job opportunities for certified management account and certified public accountant in the United States? I would assume a lot of opportunities. A good place to start if you want to get into accounting is working at one of the big consulting firms like Deloitte, EY, Marsh & McLennan, another one like that. McKinsey, Boston Consulting. Yeah, Hollis has worked 12 hours a day at locations during the pandemic. So now we are making our way towards Koreatown. We'll do one lap through Koreatown and then we will conclude the stream. Hey, Kelsey says, I moved to Austin, Texas from the north a couple of years ago. I love Austin, but New York and New Jersey will always be home. Subscribe. Hey, thank you so much for joining the channel. Appreciate it. But Austin, Texas is a great place. It's actually a very up and coming city for a lot of tech jobs. Autumn says, miss New York City, live in New Jersey, and haven't been back since 2019. Wow. Victor B says, can you speak slower for me to understand? I will try my best, Victor. Hey, Obama's here. What's up, Obama? All right, we will take one walk around Koreatown and then we will head back to Pennsylvania Station. Yeah, Maryland, the East Village. I love the East Village. I think we were actually there 5 streams ago. Near St. Mark's Place. Kobe Bryant says, Tom, what do you think of Mayor Eric Adams? So I'm optimistic, but he just did a couple of things today that I wasn't in favor of, but we'll see. Hopefully it's not more of the same, but Joey says, what's your favorite coffee shop? So one of my favorite spots is on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, 72nd Street. and I believe Columbus Avenue. It's called Black Press Coffee. Phenomenal place. And I think Gasoline Alley Coffee is also right in NoHo. Hey, we have a lot of Mexican viewers. Welcome everybody from Mexico. Yeah, Andy says Koreatown, my favorite. Alex says, does living in New York City encourage you to pack your lunch? Honestly, I almost always eat out, especially during the pandemic. I try to eat out as much as possible to support the small businesses because there's a lot less people that live on the island of Manhattan now. Yeah, Christian Wilson, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully it's not more of the same, but I guess it is to be determined. TY says New York City rent is only $3,800 a month for a one bedroom. Yeah, I mean, rent has just gone crazy in New York. Same with cities like Phoenix, Miami. Moss says, Albuquerque says, Tom, in the chat are wondering if you are single. No, I am not. Reggie says, do you think cybersecurity is a good field to get into? I think cybersecurity is one of the best fields to get into, especially if you are going to be on the sell side. So if you're going to be selling software, I think cybersecurity software sales is probably the best to get into. And I write about that quite often in my newsletter. So companies like Zscaler, CrowdStrike, Okta, Symantec, Fortinet, things like that. If you're looking for a career, especially if you're going to be in sales, you should look for something that has an increasingly growing total addressable. Yeah, Patty C says every city has its good and bad areas. Webley says, what do you think about the metaverse? Investing into it. So I think over the long term, the metaverse is going to be a huge area of opportunity. But I think in its early stages now, a lot of companies are just using it as a buzzword. But I think over the long term, we will be living quite literally in the metaverse, but nothing of value right now. But usually technology progression curves take a little bit to get going. But once they get going, especially if you have Metcalfe's law adoption, things really start to take off quite fast. Elon Musk says Netflix or Amazon. I think Amazon mainly because they deal in a much larger total addressable market. I mean, you think about Amazon's e-commerce business, but more importantly, you could think about Amazon's cloud computing unit or AWS. Soy Boy says, how much do you earn? Undisclosed. Undisclosed. Hey, Genus 2X, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Says, Happy New Year, keep up the excellent work. Thank you, Genius 2X, I really, really do appreciate it. Liquid Nate says, what's your top stock for 2022? So I'm not sure about that yet. I won't give you an exact stock, but I will give a specific sector where I think will continue to outperform. I think we are going to continue to see outperformance in the semiconductor space. And we actually just did a stream on semiconductors a couple weeks ago. Because if you think about pretty much anything, especially electric vehicles, in the average EV, there's 2,000 chipsets in each electric vehicle, as opposed to about 800 chips in a non-EV. But if you want to read about more of my in-depth thoughts on the financial markets, again, if you type !news, NEWS, in the chat, the Nightbot will drop the link to the Behind the Street newsletter, which I write every single week, and send it out to everybody via email. It's completely free, and we cover a top-down, bottom-up macro picture of the global equity markets. Yeah, Liquid Nate says, yeah, I do agree it should continue to do well. One of the things that was interesting this year is that Apple brought a lot of their chip production in-house. So I believe in a lot of their new iMacs, their new N1 chip is actually produced by Apple. So that's pretty interesting. So we are almost to Penn Station. I had a great time on the stream with all of you. I'm wishing you a very happy new year. To everybody in the chat, I hope you and your families have a wonderful 2022. Claire, thank you for joining. JC, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. War Walker is our pal from Miami, Florida. Thank you for all the support. Sabrina Fair, thank you. John, thank you. Christian, thank you. Appreciate it. So everybody, once the stream concludes, if you guys want to participate in something fun, I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment in the comment section. So once the stream concludes, if you want to go back to the comment section and put if you think the S&P 500 is going to finish in the positive or the negative and by how much percent. So for example, in the comment section, I'm going to put, I think the S&P 500 is going to finish in the green about 8% in 2022. And this time next year, we'll be able to see who is closest into predicting the performance of the S&P. So if you want to play along, feel free to do that. One Way Life, thank you for joining. Jazz Evelyn, thank you. Grant Link, War Walker, appreciate you. Sabrina Fair, Miran says, I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. British Gray, have a good night. The Mighty Bull, have a good night. Photos from around New York, Dino, appreciate you. Miss Mo, have a great night. Michael, thank you for watching from the Netherlands. Penelope, the Swan, Sunshine After Rain, thank you for being a great moderator. Thank you for all the help on the channel. Dan McLaren, thank you so much. And Joe C. I had a wonderful time with you all tonight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you liked the content, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you are new. And to the mighty bull, have a good night wherever you are, because there is always a bull market somewhere. You just need to know where to look. And I'll see you all right back here tomorrow. Happy New Year, and have a great 2022.